Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Today's video is my September favorites, and there's a couple flops in there too. And today's look is not Kat Von D. Imagine that. Anyways, let's just jump in. I'm gonna do the favorites first and then some of the flops. So for starters, I am gonna go into my hair. This hair is kind of a mess today, but one of my favorite products to use is actually this Got to Be Glued Blasting Freeze Spray. If you guys are looking for a super strong hold but still kind of pliable hairspray, this is the one. It kind of looks like a blowhorn. It's kind of scary to use at first because it looks like a blowhorn. It looks like menacing, but it is the hairspray in the bright yellow can, and it's typically around $6 at Walmart. It is some amazing stuff, and when it says blasting freeze spray, it means freeze spray. It like holds on to it, it leaves it where it's supposed to be, but I can still like run my fingers through it. It's not horrible to your hair. It probably is horrible to your hair, but it's not horrible. The next thing I have is actually a drugstore item as well. It is this e.l.f. Illuminating Moisturizer with SPF 15. I do love this stuff. I've used it every single day. It is almost gone. It is like down to here. It looks like in here, and it's really sad because, I mean, look at that is a mess. It's just this wonderful like moisturizer that I put on with my, I mix it with my primer and put it on with my primer, and it just goes on and leaves this wonderful like glow as well as the moisture that it gives you. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just leaves this really radiant glow. And it mixes well with my primer, which currently is the Laura Geller Spackle Primer in Ethereal. So that in and of itself kind of leaves this glow to your skin, but the e.l.f. Illuminating Moisturizer helps with that glow, and it also has SPF in it. So I feel more protected, I guess, when I go out, and that's on my skin. The other thing that was a favorite this month, and I used it all month, but it is not very low, is this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I don't use this as a setting spray, but I do keep it in my purse, and throughout the day I'll mist myself with it, and it just gives me this refreshed look to my face, but it also feels good because of the cucumber and aloe and the green tea, and it smells good. It's just really a refreshing facial spray. I do suggest you go pick one of these up, put it in your purse, and throughout the day, like if you have long days. I put my makeup on at 5:30 in the morning, and I don't take it off until like 10 o'clock at night. So my makeup is on my face for a long time. And at work, I'm running around, and it's warm in my facility, so spraying this on my face just gives me that refreshed feeling, and it makes my skin look refreshed as well and not cakey from makeup. The next thing I am going to mention is this Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid, and the color I have is Peach. I think this stuff is amazing. So when I first got it, I was like, yes, it's cool. It doesn't work any better than anything else I've tried. I think my hard candy stuff works better. I've definitely changed my mind about this. This is some amazing stuff. And when it was on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I actually bought a backup, even though this one's not even close to needing to be replaced. I bought myself a backup because I don't want to spend $29 on a color corrector. But this is some really great stuff. So it was half off during the 21 Days of Beauty, so I did buy myself a backup. Another thing that I have found myself using a lot this month is this Buxom Plump Liner Lip Liner in White Russian. I love this guy. So it's what I have on today in the center of my lip, and that's typically where I use it. So it's just like a really light, I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's a really light lip liner, and it creates, I use it to create dimension in my lips, and it does a great job. On the other side of the pencil is this nice brush, which I just used it today, so it's kind of yucky. But just smoothing it into the other color and the other color into it, you know, blending it like you would your eyeshadows, it makes for an amazing process and an amazing look on your lips. And I got this also during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I think it was like the second day. I'm pretty sure it was like the second day, so like the 4th of September. So I've used this all month long, and I haven't sharpened this pencil yet, and there's still a lot of product. Another thing I want to mention was actually in my empties video the other day. I did use this all month long, and I love it, and I will be repurchasing it, but it's that Origins The Mouthful, A Perfect World SPF 40 Age Defense Moisturizer. I love this stuff. It made my skin feel nice and supple and really, really great. And I found that I didn't have to use a whole lot of it to make my skin feel that way. Another thing that I have been using every single day since I got it is my MAC Brows eyebrow pencil. Looks like this on top. So when I first opened it, I was like, wow, this color, like, I'm not sure. I am wearing it today. It's in the color Lingering, and it's kind of a soft brown color. I did have some problems trying to figure out how to work this thing, because this piece is how you like get the product up. It's not retractable, so don't pull it all the way up. It is an amazing eyebrow pencil. I find that it makes the application really easy, and I know that I've said that before, but it really does. I haven't figured out the whole, it's a self-propelling eyebrow pencil, and I'm not even sure what self-propelling means, but it does make the application, for me, who doesn't do my brows very well or who is new to the brow scene, it does make it a very easy application process. So I love this pencil. Another thing that I used up this month that I love is this e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaning Spray. This stuff works amazing, and it smells super good, and it was in my empties video because I did empty it out. I do have some Japanesque stuff that I'm currently using, but I can tell you already that this is where I'll be going as soon as that goes. This is like $3. It lasted quite some time. There's enough that comes out on the spritz, but not too much, and I'm finding that the Japanese stuff, like, I'm running out of it really quickly, and that's sad to me because this guy lasted forever. It smells super good. It's really nice to my brushes. It doesn't make my brushes feel hard. I don't believe it's alcohol based. The ingredients aren't on here anywhere, but I don't believe it's alcohol based, so it doesn't break down your brushes, but it does a great job of getting product off of them. Another thing that's new to me this month that I have used almost every single day is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector it's pressed in Opal. And this is what it looks like. It is just a really pretty highlight. You guys can see that. It's just a really pretty highlight, and I went back and forth with this because it is a $38 item. I went back and forth with it, but the friend of mine that was with me when I was in Ulta looking at this stuff at like their soft launch was like, you should get it, that's pretty. And I was like, I don't know, it's $38. I did have it in my bag to purchase, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to purchase it. And then I went up there and purchased it anyways on my birthday because I had a gift card and because it was just amazing. I am wearing it today. It is a beautiful highlight, and I know that they came out with the liquid form for aging skin, and I know that they also have like a cream form of it, but I tested all three versions of it, and I really feel like that powder, the pressed one, is just so beautiful. It's so much more beautiful than I think the other two are, even though they're in the same shade. If you guys do not have a Becca Shimmering Skin pressed yet, you need to get one. They are so pretty. So the next thing I have is actually fairly new to me, and while I'm not doing the Kat Von D palette because it is fairly new to me, I am doing this because it has slowly taken over all of my other favorites. I wear it every single day. I love it. It's cooling. It lasts forever. It makes my skin look amazing, and that is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This stuff is so neat, and it comes in 1.6 fluid ounces, which in a foundation you typically only get about 1 ounce. It's like roughly the same price, I believe, as like the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better, only this is Your Skin But Better. This stuff is amazing. It's not cakey. It's medium build. I've had so many compliments about my skin since I've been using this, and yes, I know that it's not my skin, it's my foundation, but I feel like it is my skin. This just complements it very well. Not only that, but it's oil free. It lasts 14 hours. It's got a little bit of a peach fragrance to it that when you're putting it on you can smell, but throughout the day, like, the smell is not there, and it's not overpowering. Doesn't smell like those stinky, pink candy rings. It's a really subtle, nice peach smell, and it's kind of got this cooling feeling to it almost when you put it on. It's a really nice foundation. Well done, Too Faced. You did a good job with that, and I hope that they keep it around forever because I really love it. Another thing that I'm loving this month, and it is something that I picked up early in the month, and it's got a giant bubble in it right now, probably because I use it a lot. But it is this Buxom full-on, I think it's the full-on lip cream, and I got the shade Dolly. This is just a really nice plumping gloss. I put it pretty much over anything, because once it's on, it just kind of melds right into the color that you are wearing on your lips. It's not really got this pinky. It does have a pinky tone to it, but it doesn't show up like that on your lips. And initially, that's what I wanted it to do, but I found that I like it better as just an addition, just a gloss. It's got that plumping effect, so it is going to have a little bit of like tingliness to it, and I like that because that's how I know it's working, is when it kind of feels like ice cubes on your lips. But it is a really nice gloss. It goes over any color very nicely, and it does plump. It does a good job. It does do what it's supposed to be doing. I carry this in my purse, and that's how I know I'm liking something, is when I have it in my purse with me all the time. Another thing I got, and I've been using it actually for a couple months. I know that a lot of you know that I have really sensitive skin, and I have to be careful what I put on my hands, but my hands sometimes get to the point where they're cracking and they're bleeding because I wash my hands so much, and because of the work that I do and the chemicals that we use at work. So a friend of mine had actually suggested that I go buy some of this, and this is the O'Keeffe's Working Hands hand cream, and this stuff is like, it looks like shoe polish almost, like a white shoe polish. It feels really greasy and kind of like mayonnaise, I guess, in your hands. But I have found, my hands, I use it on my knuckle area especially almost every day, and they're not cracking and bleeding. And the bigger test, I guess, will be as we get into winter and the colder time frames and seeing how my hands do in the winter time. But this is some amazing stuff for your hands, and it goes on your hands, but it is kind of greasy feeling. It does kind of leave a layer on your hands. But if you have a problem with cracking, you know, super sensitive skin, and that it cracks and it bleeds dependent on what you are doing to your hands, this is great stuff. I do suggest you go get it, and it's only like $4 or $5, maybe 10. I think I paid $8.99 for it. So it is amazing. It does say guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. It is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. My hands have never looked better, and I am very thankful to this product for that. Last two favorites I have for this month are favorites that probably people have favorited a long time ago, but these guys were new to me. I did pick them up on my birthday when I went to Ulta. I've been using them pretty much all month long. I have this one on my eyes today to some extent, and they are my Lorac palettes. So this one is the Lorac Pro palette. It is a beautiful, it is a beautiful palette that just has, you know, mattes here, and it has some shimmers here, and the color payoff on these is amazing. They're super, super buttery shades. They are soft, so soft to touch them. You would think that you were sticking your fingers into a down pillow. I don't know. They're just so soft and blendable and beautiful, and they're true to color, and they're just really, really great shades. The second palette I have in this is my Lorac Unzip Mountain Sunset palette, and I did do a review on this palette over this month. And these are the shades in this palette. They're quite different from the Pro palette, but the same, all at the same time. So their color payoff is really good as well. That is one of the lighter shades in the palette. They feel, again, like sticking your fingers into a pillow. They are really soft, like, what is that fabric? Really soft, like, sateen fabric, almost. They're just really, really beautiful shades. They're really soft shades. They blend out really well. They go on your eyes like butter. They are perfect. And I know that this is the unzipped formula, and a lot of people didn't like the unzipped formula, but I don't really find that the formulas are all that different. They do feel the same. They do go on the same. They do blend out the same. They're just really amazing palettes. And I find that this palette actually, as small of a palette as it is, I guess, with 10 shades, as well as the fact that there are quite a few shimmer metallic shades in here, is a perfect palette for like traveling. If you want to take just one palette, you have a lot of looks that you can create with this. And even though some of these are, you know, these transition shades are considered shimmer shades, I don't find that the shimmer is so much that you cannot put it into your crease. So those are my favorites for this month. So let's run into some flops. So the first flop I'm going to talk about is actually something I hauled towards the beginning of the month, and I bought it because I was running out of my skincare and wanted to try a cruelty-free brand, and this set seemed like a good value, and I had heard good things about it. And it is Juice Beauty. And I know I've talked about this before with the serum. This whole set that I got, I am honestly contemplating throwing away. I hate it. This stuff is so just weird. It is just weird. This is like a paste. It goes on to your skin, and it is a brightening moisturizer, but it feels, so I feel like a moisturizer that goes onto your face should not feel greasy, and this definitely feels greasy. It feels a lot like the working hand stuff that I use on my hands, and I definitely would not ever put that on my face. I do not want a barrier on my face. I just want something to moisturize my face, and this feels like a barrier. I can still feel it after rubbing it into my skin for now what has been, what, 3 minutes? And it goes on, it's super white, and I'm already pasty. I don't need something that's going to add to my pastiness. It just is, it's just weird, and it stinks. It smells like, this stuff smells like Pledge. The serum doesn't stink so much, but it takes a lot. Like, I have to put 4 squirts into my fingers, whereas I have a Bare Minerals one that I use 2 squirts and then just put it all over my face. The other moisturizer smells like flowers. It's just super floral, and I have really sensitive skin and really sensitive, a really sensitive sniffer. So I feel like,
wow, I took those off and became like 4 inches shorter. I just have these little flip-flops on, but they have a little bit of a heel. There's some Skechers flip-flops, and I feel like I got 4 inches shorter by taking those off. They're killing my feet. I hate shoes, by the way.
I just feel that I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. I'm thinking about throwing it away. There is some Philosophy stuff on Ulta right now that is a full set. It's got a day cream, a night cream, and an eye cream for $77. And like for Philosophy, that's pretty dang good. And I've got a 20% off of one product thing, and this other coupon code to get a giant bag full of other stuff. So I think I'm going to purchase that because I am over this stuff. It stinks. I don't want it anymore. It's a huge flop in my book. Another flop I have for you was actually part of my empties. And it is this Fizz and Bubble Cupcake Bath Fizzy and Creme Brulee. Like, I think that this thing smelled super good, but it was $10. And I know that you can go to Ulta or Walmart even, or Walgreens, because I saw some there the other day, and buy a Bath Fizzy that smells as delicious as this guy for like $3. So in my mind, making us spend extra money to get something, not making us, nobody pulled my pocketbook out of my purse and said, you have to purchase this, right? Nobody made me buy it. Except for my 6-year-old girl. my 6-year-old would have died if she did not have this. But I feel like, don't overcharge people for something that isn't going to be worth it. It wasn't worth it. It's definitely not worth $10 when I can purchase the same thing for $3. And it does the same thing. The thing only fizzed for, you know, the 20 seconds it took to go from a cupcake to nothing. So there wasn't anything special about it. So in my book, that makes it a flop because I spent way too much money on it for it to not be special. Another thing that was a flop for me are these JCat Beauty eyeliners that I got in my haul in early September. This blue is just, I don't know why I bought this blue in the first place. I might return this guy. That is the most atrocious shade of blue I have ever seen in my life. I don't know if it was, you know, weird on the, if that's how it looked on this. I don't recall ever thinking, ooh, that baby blue color will look amazing on my eyes. I don't know why I would have purchased a baby blue eyeliner. So I'm thinking it maybe looked different, or maybe I got suckered into a sale. Probably got suckered into a sale. But this white one is not much better. So the white one I did buy on purpose, and I bought it to go into my waterline because, you know, you put a lighter white or flesh toned into your waterline. It's supposed to make your eyes look bigger. And what I found was these eyeliners actually are not great for the waterline. Number one, they just kind of go everywhere. And number two, they go away. They like disappear after a little bit. And I have never had that problem with an eyeliner before, ever. Like every eyeliner I have ever had stays on my eye, and while it might migrate a little bit, it never disappears. These disappear. These are horrible eyeliners, and I will never buy another one. I swear up and down, JCat Beauty eyeliners are not my bag, and I will never buy another one. So also in my flops, I do have a couple of palettes, and this first one you guys might know was coming because in my review was not, it was not a stellar review. It is this Makeup Revolution London Fortune Favors the Brave, and I might actually declutter this and give it to my daughter. She wants it, so I'll probably give it to her because I don't like this palette. So this is what it looks like inside. It does have a giant mirror, but which I do appreciate, but this is what it looks like inside. And these colors just do not have the pigmentation that I expect from these kind of colors. So this is this color here is this one right here, and it's kind of got this like purple-esqueness to it, but on the skin it just kind of, you start blending it and it just blends away, and it doesn't really have that purple feel to it anymore. It kind of almost looks black, and I just don't. Even the shimmers, so I'm going in with this shimmer. Even the shimmers are just not amazing. Like, you put it on and then you can barely see it, and then once you blend it, can you see it at all? No, you can't see it at all. Why would I want an eyeshadow palette that you can't see when this is what I like doing to my eyes? I like to be able to see the colors I'm putting on my face. It's so funny that I say that because I have this partner at work that wears really full coverage makeup, and I was in there the other day and I'm like, why do you like full coverage? Because I'm not a full coverage girl, but like, why do you like full coverage? And she's like, cuz. And I'm like, but why though? I'm really curious. Why? And she's like, cuz I like to feel the makeup on my face. Same. I don't like to feel the makeup on my face, but I like to be able to see the eyeshadows that I put on my face. I just don't find that with this palette. So I probably will declutter that to my daughter. She loves that palette, so I will probably give it to her. It also came with a brush, which in my opinion is pretty worthless. Like, I would throw it away, but I'm giving her the palette, so I'm not going to throw it away. So the other palette that I have that's in this is one I got from BoxyCharm. So you'll see this a couple times. I'm sorry about that, but I do a review of the BoxyCharm items that I got, so I won't go too heavily into this palette right now. But this Soiree Diary is by Pure. It is a pretty palette, and those colors are right up my alley. But just in simplistic terms, these are all mattes and these are all shimmers. These shades down here are beautiful. These shades down here are amazing. They have great pigmentation. They're just really pretty shades, but they're so chunky. And these ones up here, all of them, you have a really hard time seeing any of these four colors, any of these colors, really hard time seeing it. You just, in order to get the pigmentation that you want from this palette, you have to apply and apply and apply and apply. It's very sad. I wanted this palette to work. It just didn't. And for those of you that will be watching my BoxyCharm review, I'm super sorry that you're going to have to listen to that spiel about that palette twice. So with that, those are my September faves and flops. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I tried not to go too far in depth into products I've already mentioned before, like in my empties when I did go through those. I tried not to, but sometimes some items that you have will find themselves in multiple videos I have found. So I hope that you liked my video. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Help me grow my family. I really, really do appreciate every single one of you. And don't forget to leave feedback and comments in the section, in the comment section down there. I do respond to every single comment. I do love hearing from you guys. I love this little YouTube family that I have started to create, and I hope that it just gets bigger and bigger, and we can have a giveaway, because that'll give me reasons to buy more makeup that I won't get to use, which will be a bummer, but it'll give me a reason to shop. So please like, subscribe, and share my video. Let me know what you think, and until tomorrow, bye guys.